MVP magazine. It's Axel Rose. You already know. Now, first of all, hopefully this game works because I don't know if you saw from earlier before, I tried to do this with Bloodborne, but for some reason the DLC didn't want to recognize itself even though it had already been installed. But anyway, we're going to talk about the console war and how real it is to some people because, oh my gosh, for some people, like, first of all, shout outs to Next Gem, shout outs to Black Bond. Even though I don't really know Black Bond that well, he's come through to my streams and shit like that. He's been subbed to my channel for a minute. Do you know what I'm saying? Whatever, all that good shit. The way he goes a little bit in too much on Zaire and shit. But I say that to say this, yeah. Shout outs to everybody, yeah, that is on YouTube doing their thing with the console war, but keeping it entertainment. Do you know what I'm saying? Shout outs to all the people who know how to draw a line between reality and fiction. You know what I'm saying? It's like some people literally, like I've always said, in jesting, that this is kind of like this whole this whole red, blue and green thing, Xbox, PlayStation and Sony, it's kind of like politics in a way. It shouldn't be. It's a little bit lame that it's actually gotten to that point, but if we think about it, just the way people react to certain things that happen and the way, you know, the way people really put their all of their heart into and their belief into these companies, like, it is literally like politics or like a religion and stuff. And do you know what? In a way I understand that because that is the way I love music, to tell the truth. Like, sorry, you might be thinking, what is he doing? But basically, I can see, I'm really into music, so I can see how it's possible to be passionate about gaming, you know? I can see how it's passionate to, I can see how people are passionate to the point of maybe having arguments or debates and stuff like that. But what I don't see is how some people let logic literally leave their mind and stuff like that. Like some people to like ask stupid questions or try and have stupid debates and stuff like that on behalf of companies and stuff like that who they don't even have any stock in or who don't even know they exist and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like on this channel, you see me cover Nintendo stuff. Like I got into the whole Amiibo thing. Like the first review on this channel was actually for a 3DS game. If you go way back to 2010 and shit like that, do you know what I'm saying? Well, my first video and shit like that. Because I've had this channel for a while and stuff like that, do you know what I'm saying? There's been all kinds of different shit on this channel and shit. But it's only, like, I'd say over the last year and a half maybe, I've started uploading videos on a more regular basis and whatnot. But I started off making Nintendo content because I got the 3DS and I was really impressed by it. Like Cass and I originally, like a long time ago, we had a shout out to Cass the God, but we had an idea for a show where we just did adverts about video games and stuff. And even before then, Cass, my girlfriend and myself and stuff, we had a little podcast and we just talked about video games. We talked about everything. PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, all of that. And it's because when it comes to gaming and stuff like that, I really like the art form and stuff. Now, a lot of people were disappointed by the Death Stranding trailer because it didn't show gameplay or whatever. And I was like, nah, fuck nah. This is the art of gaming, man. This is the good stuff. we get to guess and use our minds the way we used to, like back in the day and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? This is like exciting. We don't know what's gonna happen. Let's enjoy the mystery for a while and stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm still into the art form. Yeah, having new graphics and stuff like that is cool, but do you know what I'm saying? Let's try and push the industry and stuff like that. Like, I like PlayStation VR, not because I'm a Sony fanboy, not because, you know, my brother works at Sony. No, I like PlayStation VR because, like, I was there when the Atari Jaguar, they were trying to do some VR joint, and that didn't come out because the machine went under. I was there at Sega World in Trocadero when they actually had like real VR headsets and stuff like that, and that shit was dope. It made me ill to the point of almost throwing up on my girlfriend at the time and stuff, but I was thinking, wow, I forgot what game it was, man. The game was crazy. It was like some mad shooting game and stuff like that. It was in Model 2 graphics. I waited for it to come out on the S.H.I.N.O. Did that shit ever happen though? But still, man, you get me. I've just been into all kinds of games. Now, I'm not gonna lie. When I was 8, or maybe when I was 9, I was a Nintendo fanboy. I was a straight up Nintendo fanboy. You couldn't tell me nothing. Like, and it's funny because whenever I see the sales now, or when I see other people like bigger YouTubers like Kimbo Justice or Total Biscuit, or just anybody talk about the whole 8-bit wars, it's funny to hear that how unpopular Nintendo was in Europe. Now, it's funny because everyone I knew had a Nintendo, and I played a master. The only person who, to tell the truth, it's funny because Nintendo was almost kind of a black thing, because all the black kids I knew, they had a Nintendo. Obviously my boy Ricky had a Nintendo. He was the guy who put me on, to tell the truth. I had that Atari joint, and Ricky was like, nah, you can't even really have that shit, son. You gotta have this Nintendo. I was like, cool. Ricky, my Chinese boy and shit like that. We out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? 21 years later, he works for Sony. But anyway, like, I had the Nintendo, and Nintendo, even though Sega was more popular, you couldn't tell. Like especially as a child, you could just not tell. And man, that Nintendo magazine, that Nintendo Club, Super Mario 1 and 2, okay, I don't know, this might be a really English thing. I don't know if you guys have heard of a group called Ace of Base. But in 1996, there was no, not 1996, sorry, 1993, 1992, there was nothing better than Ace of Base, The Simpsons, and some of your Nintendo, son. But as I grew up, and better games started coming out, like more games, and Sonic started popping, I was like, woo, let me check this out. Let me check this experience, because you can't get this kind of gameplay on the Nintendo. Let me check it out. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit reluctant to that, because I played the Master System and I wasn't too impressed. I was like, okay, this is cool. Like, the only game that impressed me on that was actually Ghostbusters and stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh my god, this game is fire. This game is fire. I need to have some of that. And it was fire, son. But it wasn't on fire enough to. Oh, and I'm not gonna lie. The version of Sonic they had on the Master System was good. It was really good. But I kind of got more into. I kind of got more into the Master System after I got my Game Gear for Easter once. But I'll do another video about that. But that shit was funny. But yeah. Sega, my introduction to Sega. So yeah, Sega was cool. Got into it, and never really. I never started hating on Sega. I mean on Nintendo, because I like Sega. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't feel like to play Mario as much when I had my Genesis and stuff like that. But you know, I still played games occasionally. And then when Street Fighter came out, it was a wrap. That I had both of them. And it was cool. It was really cool. Now, like, I say that to say this, like, I've always, like, me personally, because I like gaming and stuff like that, I've always I've always just learned how to take other people's opinions or views and stuff like that and just live with them. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, if you can't, like, if someone says something bad about Xbox now, like, I won't really care, to tell the truth. Like, some people have me pegged as this Microsoft fanboy. I don't know how that, I don't know why either. I really don't know how. And it's not like I've ever made any videos like just blatantly coming at Sony and dissing them for no reason and stuff like that. Whenever I do make a video, I usually have facts to back it up. But when I do make a video, post and stuff like that, I have facts to back it up. And when I'm wrong, I will admit that I'm wrong, but I'm not usually wrong. But yeah, some people let their love of these consoles affect them to the point of them no longer having rational thought. And it's like, I don't want that to be me. And I don't ever want to bring that to you on this channel and stuff. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when Ghostbusters came out, I was really upset. Do you know what I'm saying? And maybe I'll do another video about that, because I was gonna, like, some people, like, I was on Zaire's podcast, shout outs to Zaire, and some guy had in the comments was like, yeah, tell Madonna Saigon he's a flip-flopper. How the hell am I a flip-flopper for playing Xbox or for not covering as much PlayStation news in a time where the Xbox had Forza, Gears, and Recall coming out? What did Sony have at that time? I'm gonna do what the right thing, what a game is supposed to do, and give you how it truly is and stuff like that, man. Come on, people. Like that Xbox One song and stuff like that, yeah, people like that. It's funny and stuff like that. Not because I made a funny joke, because I'm hilarious. Hell no, you like that stuff because it's true. Do you know what I'm saying? At that time, if you wanted to get your butt fucked every day, there was only one of two things you could go do. Go to Amsterdam, red light district, or buy Xbox One. You know that, I know that, that's how we're rolling on these streets. But Microsoft turned that shit around, and Sony started resting on their laurels, so I had to tell people that. Shout outs to everybody that's in here at the moment. I really wanted to be playing something more exciting, but yeah, my PlayStation didn't want to load up Bloodborne. But yeah, I'm not used to having conversations with people and not being able to be rational if we're talking about video games, B. Real talk. Like, I've done that. And the thing is, I did that in the best era there was for it. Like, if you had a Sega Genesis and a Super Nintendo, fuck that. Or a Sega like, do you know what? Let's talk about gaming on YouTube as a whole. It's just fucked up. Because it's to the point where just because I started covering more Xbox stuff, people were coming at me like I hated PlayStation. Fam, why does that mean that? Why, if you say something positive about one console, does that mean you hate the other one? Iron Wolf just got himself a PlayStation 4 because he says he needs to go where the games are. That doesn't mean he hates Microsoft and Xbox. Shout outs to Iron Wolf. Do you know what I'm saying? He's just doing what a real gamer should do. Go where the games are. Now, if your budget doesn't allow you to do that, all power to you. Fuck it. Do you know what I'm saying? Why go broke because you want to play video games and shit? That shit don't make sense to me. Do you know what I'm saying? But if you have the means to go and get another console and you don't just because it's blue or green, fam, like, real talk, I have to curve you, because there's other stuff going on in the world and shit like that. Real talk out here, dude. Like, it's weird. I'm not used to dealing with people who do that. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not used to I'm not used to people having these totalitarian views for things that are so small. Like, I'm really not. You know what I'm saying? Like jail ain't something that's cool, you know? Jail ain't something that's cool. But real talk, ask anyone that knows me in this whole community, like 2-3 years ago, it went for like years and shit, but I was sitting in a cell, fam, for doing shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Shit that I shouldn't have been doing. Like, that shit happened twice. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's, fam, fuck that shit, fam. Fuck that shit. Like, I'm used to having real conversations with real people about real stuff. And if we're gonna talk about something, let's talk about something. Yeah, and another thing, all that YouTube fuggery is dumb. Shout out to Resurrection, because I fuck with him. Make some good content, that nigga's funny as fuck. But when him and Hard 8 were going at it, all this nigga shit, really? Fam, we're talking about video games. There's no need for that. There's no need for that. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is coming from someone who, when I come off this PlayStation and shit like that, if you know me in the real world and stuff like that, shout outs to Tech, shout outs to fucking Zaire, shout outs to, I don't know if me and Hard 8 are still friends on Facebook. Fuck it, if we're not, we're not. But shout outs to everyone who knows me in the real world and knows what I do and shit like that. Do you know what I'm saying? I am not the biggest star in the world. I am far from that and shit like that. But I make the moves, yeah, of a real guy. Do you know what I'm saying? As in, I'm a little bit more three-dimensional than gaming and stuff like that. But at the same time, as in, I'm not just a character that plays video games and stuff like that. Trust me, fam. But at the same time, when I come here to YouTube, so there's no point me taking myself seriously to the point where I'm bringing Kilburn and the streets of London to YouTube with me. How the fuck is that enjoyable for you to watch? Do you know what I'm saying? I'd rather come on here, edit some videos together, laugh, make you guys laugh, and then everybody catch a joke and stuff like that. You don't need to know that I can lose my temper and shit like that. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't need to know how tough I am and stuff like that. All that shit and all that bad language and stuff, the N-word and stuff, I don't think it really has that much of a place. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that Hard 8 had to air his grievances with Resurrection at that time, but it just looked a little bit too serious to me and shit like that. Do you know what I'm saying? But then again, maybe I'm just, because I'm from London and stuff like that, maybe there's a certain tone I don't like being spoken to in and stuff like that. That would make me angry. That would just not make other people angry and stuff. But anyway, that's here or there. Leave it here or there. So we go back to the console war crazies now. So, B, real talk. So, when you buy a console, fuck it, when you start gaming, you shouldn't be hating, man. You should not be gaming. No, fuck it. You should not be gaming for other people's approval. And you definitely shouldn't be gaming just to... You shouldn't let what other people say affect your decision. I see a lot of people on YouTube making videos just to support the console war. That shit don't even make sense. There's some guys who have no gameplay on their channel, just console war videos. Oh my gosh, I don't even know who to choose for the team. There's so many good characters, god darn it. But there's some guys who do nothing but console war videos, like nothing but console war videos. As in, go to their channel, there'll be no gameplay, and it doesn't have to be of them playing the games, because to tell the truth, if you're a gamer, yeah, I find it extremely redundant. Like, shout outs to Kevin Jabari. I'm not doing news and shit like that. That's cat. It's not a challenge. Like, shout outs to Kevin Jabari because they do a lot of gameplay. Like, a lot of gameplay, yeah? And it doesn't get the exposure it should. And it's not because they've got bad subs or whatever, or people hate their content. It's because that if you're a gamer, yeah, you'd rather play the game yourself rather than watch it. Do you know what I'm saying? And if it's a game that you're curious about, you've probably watched it on IGN already and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's no need to watch someone who you see as kind of a friend, but like a presenter play as well. Do you know what I'm saying? But you don't have, so I reckon that's why their gameplay gets slept on. But at the same time, yeah, you should at least have some games that you like. Maybe even if it's in the background of you talking or something. Do you know what I'm saying? So some stuff that shows that you're active as a gamer. There would be, do you know what I'm saying? Like, check it out. Like, shout outs to Grim Parchi. One thing about Grim, he always has gameplay. Always has gameplay. You cannot say Grim isn't a gamer. Do you know what I'm saying? Some people had Grim pegged as a PlayStation hater. What console has he got now? You can't say that now. He's got a PlayStation 4. So do you know what I'm saying? He might say bad things about Sony. He may be critical of Sony, but he still put money in their pocket. And there's certain guys that I know who would never buy at Microsoft Xbox. Do you know what I'm saying? Never. And they have good reasons. And they're gamers. But they would never buy a Microsoft Xbox. Shout outs to Dread. Do you know what I'm saying? Not Big Dread, not Big Dread. Fuck that nigga, he's a fraud. Go check out Big Dread's channel and check and see how much gameplay is there. Like, absolutely fucking none. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's a gamer. Do you know what I'm saying? But his channel is completely fueled by the console war. Like, check it out. Every day is a sales video. Oh, Xbox is this, Xbox is that. Phil Spencer connect this, Phil Spencer that. How many sales this? It's like, fam, shut up. You don't even know how the business of video games work. Microsoft are at a point, yeah, where they don't even need to be profitable with Xbox. They've never been profitable with Xbox. But hear what, yeah, for the past 4 months, they outsold Sony. That's all they really have to do. All they have to do is cut into Sony's profit margin to the point where it starts to affect them long term. Because Microsoft's got the money to hang it out for the long term. The Xbox, look, we're seeing it right now. The Xbox Ones come out, they basically have to scrap it because, let's keep it real, it's not up to what the PlayStation 4 is doing. And they're coming out with another console. And look how quick that shit's happening. Do you know what I'm saying? That shit happened in 3 years. In 3 years, they had another console ready, which is going to be true native 4K capable. So boy, there's nothing to laugh at when it comes to Microsoft, really. But you know what? You know what we should be doing? Talking about these games. When was the last time you ever heard one start say, "Yeah, man, check out these games. I'm really excited about this game. It's gonna be good." Nope, don't do that shit. But what he does do is every time a game that people expect to be good comes, he says that it's dog shit on his channel, whether he's right or wrong, just to get views. And it's like, okay, cool. Do you know what? If you're someone like Keemstar and stuff like that, or someone like iJustine who really benefits from it, do you know what I'm saying? Basically, if you're a big tuber, do your thing. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're really getting paid from it, do your thing. If you're not just some lonely old man and shit like that with no friends that come over to their house and shit like that, do you know what I'm saying? Or real friends, because that's... Basically, if you're not getting paid that much from this shit, there's no need to lie. Fuck that shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no point being a console fanboy. Fuck all that, man. Like, especially on this side of the community and stuff like that, because everybody here is grown. Everybody here is grown, fam. Like, I'm one of the only guys out here on this side with no kids. But everybody's grown. Everybody's grown. Everybody's got a girl. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, not everybody, but everybody's got a girl. Do you get me? So it is what it. There's no excuse for the way some people be acting and shit like that, man. There's no excuse. Fuck the console war. Like, me personally, I'll let you know from now, I'm not here to validate your console purchase. I'm gonna show you that right now. I'm not here to validate your console purchase. No way. If you bought an Xbox, shit. No! As soon as I said Xbox, I got beaten up, you know. But if you bought an Xbox, yeah, and you like it, like it, fam. If I make a video one day, yeah, which you don't agree with, comment and say, yo, I don't agree with that, and tell me what exactly you didn't agree with. If it's respectful, do you know what's going to happen? You and I will be able to go back and forth, and we'll be able to have a dialogue about it, and then we'll be able to come with a resolution. Either I will say, hey, do you know what? I didn't look at it properly, and I didn't see your side of the story. You're right. Or I will say, hey, maybe you didn't look at it like this, and I'll elaborate on a point I made in the video, and then you will get it. Do you know what I'm saying? Either way, we'll be able to come to some kind of resolution and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? But I can't deal with sensitive ass dudes and shit like that. That who want to be getting angry about video games, especially when it's stuff that they don't even know about. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, if you're knowledgeable about the subject, then that's great, we can have a dialogue. But if it's something you don't know about and you're still trying to talk, it's like, B. Or, do you know what? One thing I'm not doing is I'm really trying not to just indulge people in any kind of negative conversation and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it's not about either business or money. And I ain't saying that to try and sound tough and stuff like that. I'm saying that no, because I don't know about you, but that's what I deal with in my day to day. You know what I'm saying? And if you do as well, that's great. But I work for me. So yeah. But that being said, I love hearing other people's opinions. I love hearing other people's opinions and stuff like that. That's why I have a lot of friends and stuff like that. Because I'm aware that I don't know everything. And someone can always bring something new to the table. Like, there's been many times when someone like Blood Dragon or Wallflow has come into my comments and either provided a different side to what I had to say, or just said, hey man, you was wrong, and just made me think about it differently and be like, oh shit, you're right, you know? But then there's the emotional type, man. There's the emotional type, you know, that kind of person that has, you know, like video game characters as their real life avatar and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Those people, like, you can't really, do you know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Like, if you're grown and you have like a video game character as your like your real life icon and shit like that on Facebook and stuff, like, unless like people know you, like, as like let's say if like that are, let's say if like in the streets people called me Cloud or Noctis or something like that, because yeah, no, you guys don't need to know that about me, but yeah, yes, then I could understand it. But if you're just like, yeah, from now on call me Noctis, what the hell, like, son? Or if it's just like everywhere and shit like that, it's like, come on, B. I'm not gonna take your opinion that serious, because it's like, fam, you've got Drake as your avatar right now, and you're trying to talk to me about you're trying to talk to me about being rational. Okay, dude. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't believe every gamer should own every console just because. I'm not one of those people, because that shit doesn't make sense either. Like, if you really don't like Microsoft and stuff like that, like Cass, like, so I forgot what his reason was, but it was a really good reason why he wouldn't buy an Xbox and shit like that. He had the first Xbox, but yeah, there was more to play on that as far as exclusive wise and shit like that, so it was more of a move. But when it came to 360 and stuff like that, shit kind of trailed off, and it's cool. Even TK, he had I'm not sure if he had the first Xbox, but I know he had a 360, and we did a race to 20,000 gamer score and shit like that. Guess who won? Yeah, me. But shout outs to him. But do you know what I'm saying? It's this console, like, do you know what I'm saying? I'm just used to I wouldn't say I'm used to having all the consoles and stuff like that, but you see that, like, two of my friends there, and we know each other in the world and stuff like that. We can talk about gaming properly from all angles and stuff like that, because not just because we've owned all the consoles and stuff like that, but at least we've had that appreciation for all the consoles and stuff like that. And even though those guys wouldn't look at an Xbox One now, they still understand why some people would dig it. They still understand why I would dig it. It's not a problem and shit like that I have one and stuff like that. When I say something negative about the PlayStation, they don't think, oh, he's an Xbox fanboy. Why would they think about that? Why is that the first thing that comes into someone's head when they hear something negative? Oh, he's just a fan of the other system. No. Now, if he's making it up and stuff, like, people like crap, even though to some point he's in-house, like, people like crap, you know what their MO is. Yes, he's a fan of that micro cop, but hey, he's making money off that. Do you know what I'm saying? He's making money off that. He's making money off you fools dancing and shit like that, because you can't handle what he's saying. Yes, there are some idiotic people who actually believe him, and you know what? Those people shouldn't be allowed to vote. But at the same time, if you're idiotic enough to believe crap gamer and live by that shit, you know what I'm saying? You're probably not going to get that far in life. Don't be jealous of someone that believes crap gamer, and don't devote your life to trying to stop him and, like, watching his videos and trying to be all on his nuts and shit. He's doing what he's doing, do you know what I'm saying? What he's doing is working out for him. It's also got him banned from Microsoft. But you know what I'm saying? There's no point being on his dick, or, you know what I'm saying? And just because there's people out there like crap gamer, you can't think that anyone who's being critical of Sony is an Xbox fanboy. Get the hell out of here. Like to say, now I'm not gonna lie, Sony killed it on fucking last Saturday. This time last week, Sony was dropping them bombs as far as gaming. Let's keep it real. But hello, what was happening before that? Wasn't oh good, you're so lucky. Oh, I guess not. But what was happening the week before? the months before that? Weren't Microsoft bringing the heat with Gears? The month before that, weren't Microsoft bringing the heat with Recall? The month before that, weren't Microsoft bringing the heat with Forza Horizon? What did Sony have? And Sony have the biggest software studio in the business. Like, their software studios are bigger than fucking Nintendo's. Think about that. There should be games, if Sony wanted it, there could be games coming out like every 2 months. And I'm not gonna lie, after watching PlayStation Experience, kind of looks like that's what could be happening. But still, that shit should have been happening a long time ago, do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe they got their bread up from conning us into buying the PlayStation Pro. And here's another thing, see, here's the thing. Because the console war is so deep here, people don't want to address problems about the console that they're playing on just because they're scared that the Xbox guys might use them against them. Like, I reckon there's a lot of people out there that's salty about the PlayStation Pro. Fuck it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, when I tell the truth, real gamers out here, when you watch Digital Foundry, yeah, and they do their analysis and stuff like that, are you trying to tell me you're always proud of that PlayStation's performance? Because I am not. I'm not gonna lie. Especially when it comes to things like I'm not gonna lie, that combo was kind of dirty. But especially when it comes to things like what's it? The Last Guardian that just came out, and it was previously a PlayStation 3 title, and it's still not able to run that game at 60 frames per second and stuff like that. Like, maybe if it comes to 4K, it should have, you know, maybe a 30 frames per second option. Maybe that should, you know, maybe that would be the limit. But I don't understand why there isn't a 60 frames option for 1080p and whatnot. Like, I don't expect the game to have much better textures and all that, because it was developed for last gen, and that would just be a lot of work. Do you know what I'm saying? They probably just wanted to cut their losses, get as much as the game together and out as low as a budget as possible. I understand that it's not the best way to go about doing things, and it's not the Nintendo way about going to do things. They tried it with Devil's Third, and that definitely didn't work for them. But yeah, we have to keep it real, man. We have to just, like, keep it real. The PlayStation Pro with Last Guardian and shit like that, it's kind of showing the limitations of the machine. There should be some kind of 60 frames per second option or some shit like that, man. Fuck the reason why there's not. Do you know what I'm saying? And shit like that just happens way too much. The PlayStation 4 Pro should be crushing every game that's coming out now. I know it's more the fault of the developers and stuff like that, and how they optimize the machine. Because, to be honest, if the developers aren't optimizing the machine and getting the most of it out of it, that's probably why we're seeing things like all these games not running at the speed that they should be. And I'm not gonna lie, the machine's only been out, I wouldn't even say a month. Yeah, probably a month now, and it's already got like 10 native 4K 60 frames per second games, and they're not all games like top-down shooters and races and stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? NBA 2K, FIFA, native 4K 60 frames per second and stuff like that. But come on, man, when we look around, we see a lot of games that are not necessarily, what the hell, why is he just chilling? We're seeing a lot of games that's not necessarily performing all the way better. Oh, now he wants to get... Oof. And it's like, it's okay to say that you're a little bit disappointed with the PlayStation Pro. It's okay to say that. People be like, oh, Brookie's complaining. The fuck am I? Huh? How is that complaining? Isn't this, they're advertising this as like I'm seeing adverts in the UK which is advertising this as the most powerful place or the most powerful console ever created. It's made to boost frame rates and have stable graphics and stuff, because it seems like they're cutting down on a 4K narrative. They did have a little bit of it, but it wasn't as like heavy as before. So if it's supposed to be made to boost frame rates and stuff, why isn't it like the shit? Do you know what I'm saying? Why isn't every game at 60 frames per second? Every game doesn't have to be, in my opinion. To be like me personally, I'm not one of those guys that thinks that 60 every, because maybe it's because I'm such a console peasant that I'm actually used to this shit now. But oh shit. And it would have to be the black guy, that's the problem. Oh, I should have cancelled. Woo. Yeah. What was I saying there? Damn it, what was my point there, people? The fight was so intense! Damn, what's this about? Something about Sony or Microsoft? Wow. Come on, Sonya. Let's see how many people I knocked off. Oh, crap it.
New record.
Yay. I'm not gonna lie, this game is fire. Yeah. But I don't know when this, I really don't know when this whole Nazi style, hey, if you say something bad about PlayStation, you must like Xbox or some shit like that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of childish. It's kind of virgin-y, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird and shit like that. I don't know, I can't do that. You know? And it's okay to be just an Xbox fan or just a Sony fan. Do you know what I'm saying? It's okay for that. It really is okay for that. But don't pose like you're a gamer, or don't pose like don't pose like you're a gamer, or like that's not the way it is, you know? Don't pose like you think neutral, because if you're not, you'll just be exposed, and that's basically it. Because you have some people who are out there, but they're just trying to push an agenda, and that's lame. You have to come up. You have to come up out of that, man. But that being said, shouts to Iron Wolf and shit like that for getting a PlayStation 4. That was gully. I didn't see that happening. Real talk. He was one of those Xbox fanboys that was doing the most. You know? Like, what did he say? It's more like the Xbox Scorpio is going to be more powerful than Teen Titans. Wow. You wild boy. Like, he didn't even care anything about the facts and shit like that. But, do you know what I'm saying? That shit's all for entertainment. And if it's all for entertainment, it's all good. But when you... Oh shit. But when you live that, people, you can't be like people. The console war isn't real. You know what I'm saying, people? The console war isn't real. I know my subscribers with sense know about that. I know my subscribers with girls know about that. You know what I'm saying? But there's some niggas in these streets that just be, you know, just that be using that palm olive. And then when you masturbate too much and shit like that, it probably can be bad for you. You know what I'm saying? So I suggest certain niggas just cut that out and get themselves a bitch. Get themselves a bitch. Cause my bitch is bad. And so is my timing on that combo. But yeah, man, that's about the size of it, man. We covered so much today. So what did we learn today, class? We learned that the console war isn't real. Like, it doesn't pay to be so sensitive about these games and stuff, man. And there's no reason to be so sensitive about these games, to tell the truth. Unless you are out there making them, or that's a plan. If that's not no plan, if that's not a plan of yours, then there's no reason for you to be involved to the point that you are, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, or anything like that. But me personally, I wouldn't be out in parking lots and shit like that on the behalf of another company and shit. You know what I'm saying? That just doesn't make sense to me. I wouldn't be at GameStops and stuff like that trying to coerce people into buying machines and stuff like that. That's just not my swag. And I also wouldn't be crying about somebody else's opinion on a video game. Do you know what I'm saying? That's not me. That's not me. That's that's funny. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, like, see, I don't even want to. Boom. So I just posted a picture on my Instagram right now, and Lady Luck just came out. Like I was like, yo, why would the good ladies think I'm trouble and shit like that? And then Lady Luck just out of the blue, she's like, because they know you are. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, B. And I'm so humbled by that. I swear to God. Like, I praise God for that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, she's got a reality show that's popping off like next year in January. First Family of Hip Hop. Like, and she's like I don't know if they're gonna use all of her parts, but she said that my music's gonna be part of that show, and her album afterwards and shit. Check her out on, she's on Vlad TV, and then I'm just here, little old me in London, and you know what I'm saying, I get to be a part of that. I'm thankful for that kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? That's where so when it comes to so when people are talking to me about video games and that me being an Xbox fanboy, all that shit just sounds dumb. It sounds dumb. Because, like, I know, like, Jabari has an angle. Do you know what I'm saying? He's trying to work people up. Do you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I do that as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Jabari is a great businessman. He knows how to work people up and how to get people to his content through doing that. So is Next Gen. So is Crap Gamer and stuff like that. Certain times I'm doing that, but certain times I'm just trying to keep it 100% real and tell you what exactly is going on. Do you know what I'm saying? And you can pretty much tell the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love video gaming, yeah, but I don't love it to the point where it's self-destructive, man. And certain niggas, I don't know. It's self-destructive to you guys, man. Like when I see people like J-Tech, I'm like, God damn, how did that happen? Do you know what I'm saying? How the fuck does that happen? Like, real talk. Like I was talking to my girl today, and I was like, yo, my unless our kids have something that they do and that they love outside of video games and shit, I'm not gonna let them play it. Because I don't want them to turn out like J-Tech or LeVon Cason or a lot of other niggas who YouTube is real to. This console war is not real. Do you know what I'm saying? There's people that like holler at me like, yo, I'm gonna get a PlayStation. Can we still be cool? It's like, dude, why wouldn't we be cool? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why would I have a problem with you because you got a PlayStation and shit like that? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the most serious it got with me, I'm not gonna lie, was this whole Ghostbusters shit. Sony raped my, I'm not gonna lie, that shit had me whining on Facebook and everything. That took me, like, see, look, this is the only place where I can kind of understand you guys, because real talk, that Ghostbusters shit took me to a dark place in my soul. That went beyond the actual thing. Like, I was trolling the actresses and everything. I feel so bad. Like, literally, I would take time out of my... like, that was hideous. That wasn't even me. That was the devil. But, I'm gonna wake this bitch up. Yo, did you make the garlic bread, baby? Baby. Let's see. Anyway. Okay, love you. We're gonna start streaming together soon. We was gonna do it today, but she fell asleep. But yeah, that Ghostbusters shit hurt my soul. See, you're supposed to have a bitch, by the way. You're supposed to have a bitch, man. That's one thing. Get yourself a bitch. When you gaming, get yourself. Anyway, but yeah, I fanboyed out. I'm not gonna lie. I was anti-Sony for a moment there. It hurt. It really hurt. Do you know what I'm saying? But not just because they was making a new movie and stuff like that, but I feel they just went too far on a lot of things. Do you know what I'm saying? They went too far on a lot of things with forcing the actors into doing it. And I'm not just talking about the old actors, I'm talking about the new actors as well, forcing them to sign non-disclosure agreements. There was no need for that movie to happen, yeah? And now the whole franchise is ruined, like it's completely ruined. And the worst thing is, yeah, they're trying to actually bundle it with the old movies now. Like to say, yeah, we're gonna try and make that thing live. Fam, if you try and do that, like basically, the longer Sony try and promote that shit, the longer I will be anti-Sony and shit like that. But at the same time, I can't deny how dope Saturday's show was. Do you know what I'm saying? Even though I had that personal vendetta against Sony, I still had to hail them up for that show. It's like they came with the fire, and it's like certain people, yeah, will call me an Xbox fanboy and completely forget that I did that. Those people are idiots. Do you know what I'm saying? Those people will completely forget that. Some people will completely forget that I gave Halo 5 a great review just because I bought a PlayStation 4. Those people are morons. Some people will forget that I played Smash Brothers on my channel, Mario Kart on my channel, had my amiibos on my channel and shit like that. Just bare dumb shit. This bare dumb shit. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, don't come to this channel for that. Like, real talk, yeah? I do YouTube because it's a hobby. It's cool. Do you know what I'm saying? But I still see my friends in real life. I'm not one of these lonely cats and shit like that who need to talk to man them on a Skype call and shit like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, my boys and I still do shit. Like, literally, I didn't even know that Luck sent me that message. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm here talking to you guys because I fuck with you guys like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the more subscribers I get, the more obligated I feel to make content for you. If I weren't getting on more subscribers and stuff and people weren't messing with the channel and stuff like that, I wouldn't make videos. There'd be no point. Because it's not so much about blowing up on YouTube and shit like that. It's about time and shit. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, when I'm finished with my cartoon, I want people to watch that. I want there to be an audience because that shit's gonna be dope. But apart from that, fuck everyone else. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? If you're not a real gamer, okay? If you're a fanboy, I don't think this channel is the one for you, dude. And if you're a fanboy, own it. Like, if I was a Microsoft fanboy and shit like that, I'd own it. In my videos before, I used to call myself the Xbox King, and it was true because I had a PlayStation 4 here, and I just didn't play it. It was Killer Instinct all day. Do you know what I'm saying? I owned it. But at the same time, even at that time, I was calling out Phil Spencer. And Zaire was telling me, yo, man, you need to chill on that shit, man. Your channel could be a lot bigger and shit, man. You just need to say the right things. And I was like, nah, man. I appreciate you trying to help me and shit like that and trying to put me on and shit. And this is like in 2014. Like, I appreciate you trying to help me and shit like that, but let me do things my way and shit. That's when I first started breaking out the Power Rangers shit and shit. People who have been with the channel for a long time will know about that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I'm not dealing with no fanboy stuff on my channel, people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna be a part of the console war. Yes, if Microsoft do something dumb, or if Sony does something dumb, Nintendo, whatever, I'm gonna poke fun at them and stuff. That's what you're supposed to do. But that being said, I beg you, do not use my channel to support your fanboy rhetoric. Like I don't want to be involved with sensitive people who sub and then unsub to me anytime I tell the truth or have an opinion what's different from theirs. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's because I'm slightly more grown and stuff like that, but I just don't have the time for that. Oh, he doesn't like PlayStation as much as I do, so I'm going to unsub from him. What? Like, what? Alright, first of all, what do you think my reaction is going to be? Do you think my reaction is going to be, oh, he unsubbed from me because... No. I'm going to think, you're strange. I'm going to think you're strange. And you haven't got no bitches. Get some bitches. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going to think you're strange and you're weird. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm really going to think you're strange and you're weird. Like, think about it. Imagine you have your cousin and they come to your area for the first time and you guys have a soda that is really big in your area but they don't have it in their area and he just doesn't like it. Are you immediately gonna say, oh god damn it, you must just love Pepsi. You're a Pepsi fanboy. Maybe he just doesn't like, you know, Buttercup soda. Do you know what I'm saying? Buttercup soda isn't for everybody, you know. Buttercup soda might just be for lonely niggas, okay? Sorry. Can't laugh and shit, man. But I'm being honest, people, okay? You know? Buttercup soda isn't for everybody. And that's exactly what people are doing when they're coming with this bullshit. They are forcing everybody to drink that Buttercup soda. Not gonna lie, I've never played this game online before. I will probably get whacked up. What was it saying? Shit about my nap type? Okay, we're gonna go right back. Oh, you can do online training. Okay, that's... Oh no. Oh no, look, I've got 4 bars. I got 4 bars. I got 4 bars. People trying to say that my connection is shit, but I got 4 bars over there. Oh my god. But anyway, enough of acknowledging psychos. But yeah, what was I saying? What was I saying? I don't know, how long have I been streaming? Because I think I've made a point about just not being psycho. Hold on. But anyway, yeah, Council War's not a real place. But that being said, it is all good to, it does feel funny at times to make fun of, oh wow, jeez, I didn't mean this to happen, eesh. But anyway, I'm not even gonna look at that. But yeah, boom. Alright, so yeah, let me wrap it up here because I want to go and answer the lady back. You know how we do. But thank you for everybody that came through, listening back, listening to the message and shit. You know. Oh, sorry for the bad language. But yeah, real talk. Thank you to everybody that came through to the stream. I'm going to be changing the game. I want to play something old school. I don't know. I might buy something on the store. I don't know. I might. Thinking of picking up Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. My girls just got into Xenoverse 1 and stuff, and I finished that a while ago. And I'm thinking of getting part 2. I was gonna buy it before, but I've just been spending too much money on video games at the moment, man. You know, I've got a lot of stuff that I want to invest in for the new year. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, bro. I know you know what I'm saying. All my regular subscribers out here, you know. I know you guys are weird. But let me see. I want to play Guitar Hero, but it's like 12 o'clock at night here. You know what? People, we shall run in the valley of shadow of Mordor. Yes, we shall run in the shadow of Mordor. So yes, people, I think I'm going to play Shadow of Mordor next. PlayStation Pro edition. You know how we get down. But yeah, let me answer these messages and stuff. If you mess with me, wish me luck and stuff like that. If not, I'm sure. If not, do you? You dig? But yeah, console war isn't real. Don't be a wanker. Hold on, your boy.